What's up, you guys? Welcome to another new episode of New Life Furniture. Thanks again for joining me. Thanks again for subscribing to the channel. So we got a great piece here today, a good little pickup, good quality piece. Now, I was trying to pick up a table that was already white base like we usually paint our projects anyways. This is a little tip for you guys. Make sure that when you're responding to the classified ads and you're trying to go pick up your pieces, if they're already painted or they don't have much information on the ad, make sure you guys take that extra second to ask the right questions, or maybe ask for more pictures if you can get some before you drive out to go pick up a piece. Because this one looked really good on the picture, but as I went to go get it, which was really far, so I had to take it, it was all broken on the bottom and the paint's actually really bad. So for me thinking I was going to be a step ahead, I'm actually 2 steps behind on this project. So last night as I came home, I put some glue on it, clamped it all together, threw some screws into the legs to hold it together, but we're still going to try to salvage this and keep it from the landfill. So let's do what we usually do. We'll grab our belt sander, 50 grit sandpaper, ready to do the top. We'll grab the 60 grit hand palm sander, get ready to do the base, and we'll also grab some gloss white paint, and we'll actually spray over this original white here and just try to make it look even better. So let's grab our stuff and go ahead. Ooh-wee! Okay, y'all, so you can see how we have it all sanded down, taken apart, and basically ready for our first coat of white paint. As I said before, I wanted to get this because I liked the original color of white already kind of done for us. But as I maybe show you here in the sunlight, previous owners before tried to do some clear coating with some weird varathane, polyurethane, or something like that. So I'm really nervous that as we put our stain on, that yellow may show through, or it may not interact well, and that could ruin the whole thing as we're ready to go. So what I'm going to do is take some of this paint as we have here today. We're using Krylon all-in-one. Again, just a gloss, cheap, because we're going to destroy it with the chocolate stain that we put over the whole thing anyways. So let's go ahead and throw the white on, get a good coverage. Don't have to be as thick. We're not going to do 2 or 3 coats, probably just maybe 1 on this whole thing. We just really are trying to cover up that yellow parts here. That's what's really important here, I think, and just kind of make sure that these kind of parts are white as well. Otherwise, we're not going to go too hard. So let's go ahead. Okay, y'all, so remember in one of our earlier videos, we had a painted top, same as this, which we've had before, and we've used the belt sander. Probably got to use 2 or 3 of those belts. Keep yourself fresh to really let it eat and get into that paint to remove it. But we tried that gel paint stripper, and it just gets gunky, and it actually changes the color of the wood. It stains into it, and that actually affects when you put the stain on it. So we're going to go back to our belt sander and just put some of that muscle into this. So we got a fresh 50 grit sandpaper on the belt sander, and we're going to hit this table and just put a little bit of sweat equity into it. So let's go ahead and do it. Hoo-wee! Okay, so I'm gonna show you guys now. We just took one belt to get this off. So this paint that was on here Obviously wasn't very good paint. But as you see here, I'll show you, I'll flip it around. Now, you see how if you stay on for a long time with the belt, it'll start eating and exposing good wood for stain? That's what we want, because that'll soak up the stain and really get you your color. But what I like to do is leave a little bit of patchiness of this original stain. So I don't want to keep working and grinding as hard as I can to make the whole table like this. I want to leave a little bit of patchiness because that's what makes kind of that whiskey barrel look. And then, as I said, see how it makes kind of these scrape marks? So if you go with the grain, the marks will go with the grain, and then we take the 60 grit hand polish or hand sander and it kind of polishes it out. But what I'm going to do on this one is I'm going to add a couple of marks against the grain, which should scratch it and make it real rustic as well. And as you see here, we have this little lip. I'm going to sand this right off, and that's going to add a real cool texture to this table instead of having this little deck right here. So we're going to get rid of that, add some scratches, and keep some of this patchiness, okay? And then we're going to take some of the rocks as well, put them on, and put in some of that indentation. I'll actually probably do that now while I have some of the darkness in there, and that keeps some of that dark when I hammer the darkness into the holes. Okay? So let's go ahead and try that. So this is what I'm talking about right here, y'all. So as you see, we left some of these darker spots in here. That's really gonna show up as we put the stain. The stain's really gonna absorb into these spots. And then this is gonna be a different texture, obviously, and that's what we want. That's what looks really rustic, burnt, old whiskey barrel kind of look. As I said, we took off that lip. So you can see right here, we rounded it fully right on. I think that kind of looks like a cleaner look. So I like how that is. Again, as I told y'all before, I roll the tables on the gravel. And that way you get all those little marks and indentations, because that's what we want. Those are the little accent pieces that we put on to make it look cool, look used. And that's what all those rocks do. As I said, we went opposite grain to get the swirl marks and all these cuts. That's going to show through as well. And all these little bits is what's going to make it look super cool as we put it all together. So see how it's looking so far? What a difference. Hoo-wee! Liking it already. Okay, so it's been 24 hours. The stain has fully dried. I'm already booked up inside my garage, my space where I keep the tables. So I had to move it into a trailer. That was the only thing that I had available to try to keep the dust away and give me some room to work. So I got my brush, got my clear coat, and we're all set up in here. So let's go ahead and do the funnest part, which is adding our polyurethane clear coat to the top of our table here. As you can see, it turned out oh so beautiful. I'm pretty happy with this. So let's go ahead, throw that poly on top. Ooh!